What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and Profab Headers and Exhaust. What is going on? I'm David.
I'm Landon.
And Sterling should be here with us in just a few minutes here. So, but anyway, we're here after a Connor actually is a little under the weather today, as is everybody else. My wife been sick. My mom and dad both been sick. They was sick while we was at the racetrack this past weekend, so everybody's sick. Everybody's sick. It's been going around. Fortunately, I ain't got it yet.
Me neither.
Anybody at school been sick?
Other than Jaden.
Jaden was sick.
Mm-hmm.
He had the same stuff.
Yeah.
Just all kind of sinus junk or whatever.
I think so. And he broke his pinky toe.
He broke his pinky toe.
Mm-hmm.
How'd he manage to break his pinky toe?
He just stubbed it really, really hard.
Oh, well. I reckon that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
On what?
I think it was a wall.
A wall?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. I think I broke my pinky the other day. I don't know. Maybe it's just jammed. I did that on a race car tire. So, I went to sit the tire down after we brought it back to the pits from getting our tires the other morning. One of the new ones. We had 2 new tires this week. And I went to sit it down, and I sat down, and it bounced. Not much, but just bounced just enough. And jam the mess out of my pinky. So it felt absolutely lovely. But, is what it is. But there's Sterling. There he is.
What's up? Sorry.
What it is?
I got stuck in 95/34 traffic.
That's because they still working on the road out there?
I assume. I don't know, but great day. It's about driving crazy.
I
used to enjoy my ride home because there was no traffic. Now, there's traffic. I don't like it.
Yeah, it'll be over in, a year, probably.
Yeah, maybe. I hope it's not like that, the road work in Jacksonville, because that's been going on for 20, I know.
I do not remember a time in Jacksonville, Florida, that there was not road work.
No.
So.
No.
But we just getting started here. We're just talking about how everybody's sick. Connor's sick. My mom and dad's sick. Kayla's sick. Pretty much everybody's sick. They all got some kind of, it's like a bad head cold.
Sinus stuff?
Yeah, well, they thought it was sinus stuff, but it's like a head cold almost, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I've been fighting with the sinus stuff back and forth, but, yeah, it ain't no fun.
Never is.
It ain't no fun. Landon, what's up, boy?
What's up? This guy.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true.
What'd you do at school today? You're in the last month of school now. Last month of junior high. You'll be in high school in a month, about 2.5 months now.
At school, I did a quiz. It was...
In what class?
World history.
That not your favorite class?
No.
Why not?
The teacher, the work.
She probably listens to this. Everybody listens to this show, so she probably listened to it.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah. Hey, we all have those subjects that we don't do very well in. I had a teacher myself back in the day. I think I can say it now, but it was English.
Oh yeah.
Senior year.
It was.
She did not like me.
She liked your work. We'll put it that way.
She liked your mama.
Well, that's probably true too.
We're not gonna say how, but she loved your mama. That's okay.
Well, she liked your work. Got good grades, just not for you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, you change the header and footer, and them grades got a whole lot better.
You just had a terrible header and footer. That was it. That was all it was.
That was my whole problem. Header and footer.
We have passed the statute of limitations.
Yes, we have.
I'll
we
go
can
ahead.
safely say that now.
I'll go ahead and say there's a lot of people probably listening to our show that know this already, but we'll go. I'll go ahead just because we're on here today, not talking about a whole lot. Honestly, I want to tell this story. This was kind of funny, and a lot of people know it. Me and Sterling in high school. I don't even know what we were doing. It probably involved something around a race. Honestly, we were probably going to a race or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But there was a lot of that. So it probably went around that. Well, Sterling had English the first semester, first 18 weeks of school. I had it the last semester of our senior year. And me and him both, we did not have fun in English class, but we ended up with the same teacher, just separate semesters. Landon, do not do this. This was bad. This was real bad. We all right. We had to write a paper. Do you remember what the paper was on by chance?
Mama might. She's the one who wrote it. I didn't write it.
Well, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, I sure don't know.
That's what I was getting to. Well, apparently Sterling didn't want to do the paper either, or whatever. Or we were both just terrible at English. We knew we would not get a good grade on it, even if we wrote it. So Ma wrote the paper. Did a good job on it. I thought it was a good job. But what kind of grade?
Well, I mean, she was,
she
was a English major. I mean, like that's what she did was write papers. So like, I felt pretty confident. So then, like the night before it was due, I told her that, I forgot to tell you, but I got a paper due tomorrow. So she stayed up all night writing the paper. Turned it in. I think it was 74 I made on it. She was not happy about that because I mean that was her grade, honestly. So she wasn't too happy. But then I guess 6 months later, the night before your paper was due, I wanted to go somewhere. He was like, "Man, I can't. I got a paper I got to write." I was like, "Nah, I got you, dog. Let's go to the house real quick." So. Yeah, we changed the name and all that on it, and literally that was it. That was all we changed.
Yep.
And I think you made an 88 or 86 or something on it.
It was a B. I remember it was a B, so it probably was 88 then. Yeah. So she did better than she thought on the paper.
Well, yeah, she was happy after that part of it, but I'd already graduated by that point, so there wasn't nothing I could do about it.
Little redemption on it, I reckon. I don't know.
Right.
It was yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that, Landon.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Well, anyway, how's your weekend?
It was good. We went, which we planned a long time ago to go, and went to the 4Y Nationals in Charlotte.
Ah.
So we went to that on Saturday. First time Mary Stevens ever seen drag racing of any sort like that, and she was very surprised. She did not like the nitro cloud. She didn't hang around long. That she was gone.
That'll clear your sinuses.
I'm not. That's what I told her. She's like, nah, I'm not standing here in tear gas. I'm not doing it. But the speed and the sound and the way it makes you feel that, well, honestly, what you can't explain, what you have to kind of experience of a top fuel dragster going by you. She enjoyed that. So
Kayla's talking about me neither. Me either. She didn't like that either.
Exactly. No, she did not. So
Kayla just typed on here. Just typed on Facebook. She said, well, "Why'd you do that to her?" I personally think everybody needs to experience it once.
Yeah, I think everybody's got to do that. If you go to a drag strip, especially to a fuel car, nitro car, you got to experience that. Got to get the full effect, for sure.
Yeah.
And man, the way that the weather was on Saturday there, it was very, very cloudy, very low ceiling, made for perfect conditions for a race, honestly. But man, there was very little wind. The nitro cloud was just hanging so much right around the crowd. So
Oh yeah.
it got you. I mean, it would get you good if you weren't careful. But um, yeah, we sure enjoyed that. It was cool, and got to see all Tony Stewart's stuff there.
Cool.
I never got to see him run. He was there running his the top alcohol dragster, the nitro injected dragster, whatever that he's running. I don't know, but
Top alcohol.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know how he did, but I know he was there. Brittany Force, I don't remember her ET, but she ran 300, like almost 337 mile an hour and 1,000 feet.
Damn.
Which is just unbelievable, man. That's wild.
I remember when they were getting those speeds, and that is why they cut it back. Other than some, when some wrecks and stuff happened, but that is the reason they cut it back from quarter mile to 1,000 feet. So
Right.
What are they gonna do now?
Well, the even crazier thing is she was right at 300 miles an hour at an eighth of a mile.
That's insane.
It was like
Ooh.
299 at an eighth of a mile. Unbelievable. I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can focus. And I don't know, but wow.
Oh, it's point and shoot. Hope for the best.
100%.
I mean, I really think they do that. I think as soon as they let off the button, they just start counting down 3, 2, 1, do, and hit shoots.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's no way you can possibly think in that,
No.
that fast. I mean, it's insane. It's cool to watch,
Yeah,
though. It's cool to
very
watch.
much so. So, yeah, it was cool. We enjoyed it. It was 4 wide, so it went real quick. But yeah, we had a good time doing that, and we went to watch a Led Zeppelin tribute band
Nice.
at a place in Charlotte. A little cool little place. Had a little restaurant deal and had a nice stage outside and all. But they put on a good show. That was pretty cool. So we stood around and watched them for a little bit and came on back. But yeah, it was a good time.
Sweet. Well, Landon, how was your weekend?
It was good. Pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah. Went to the racetrack, did some good spotting, and then on Sunday went to church, learned about Jesus. Great time.
Well, good. Good. Glad you did. Cool. Well, we, as Landon just said, we were at the racetrack all day Saturday at Florence Motor Speedway. Might as well go ahead and talk about that while we're talking about weekend. I was glad we were there, but it's one of them that we could have stayed home and saved a whole lot of aggravation.
Oh no.
It's just one of them weekends, man. It was I tell you, we got there and everybody knows, I talked about what we had to put all together back on the car from the last time we raced. Fixing the shock mount and stuff. I mean, nothing major by no means. It's just stuff. But we got to track, and the way it works, me and Connor talked about it some last weekend, or we all talked about it. Last week, we had a new rule come out this past week in our class, our chargers here at Florence Motor Speedway. We were getting 2 new tires and 2 scuffs. Now, going forward from now, our 2 scuffs will be the 2 new tires we got the previous time at the track. So, but this time we had to get still old scuffs that come from who knows where. I mean, there's a few different tracks they could get them from, series, whatever. I don't know. I don't know where this said tires come from that we had, these 2 tires. Well, when we got them, actually, it was funny because Connor was standing up there with me, and he looks at one of the tires. He says, "Ooh, that one's had some heat cycles," and it was it was one of them things. I mean, it's luck of the draw. I mean, when you're dealing with scuff tires, I mean, You hoping for the best, is what it is. But I mean, the tire looked like it was blued across it. I mean, just like it's changing colors and stuff. But it still had a decent amount of rubber on it. I mean, we're checking them on a little gauge, and that one was a 5.5 to 6, where the other tire that looked worse was about a 5 to a 5.5. So the one that had the most rubber, I don't know. Anyway, we went with it on the left front because it had the most rubber. Both of them gave me, I'll let everybody know, it was about an inch stagger front and rear, which is a little much for me, but I mean, just wasn't ideal for what I wanted. Anyway, for how our car was set up. So we get out and practice, and we don't get our race tires until the second round of practice. We get out and practice, and this thing is so tight with the old tires on there. I mean, I am just way off. Way, way, way off. I'm like, we got to change something. I was like, well, we're getting tires. I called my buddy, Chad Webster. Talked through some stuff, what to do to the car. He told me, because I'd never, actually been other than in a go-kart. I've never been on new tires in anything. So he kind of told me what to expect going out there the first lap or two on new tires. And so I put them on. We changed some stuff on the car. But in that time, we had tried to grow, especially the left front tire, to try to, get a little less stagger in the front end, just get it where we liked it. Well, it wouldn't grow, would not grow. I pumped it up like 60 pounds of air and sat it in the sun, and it just wouldn't grow. Couldn't get none out of it. But the left rear ended up growing. So I said, let's change these tires around. And, no, I'm sorry. The second round of practice, we went out. That's right. I kept them like that. And that's when we went out on those tires. I'm sorry. That's right. Second round of practices, that's what we did. And it hadn't grown at that time. So we went out, and it's still, with the new tires, second round of practice, with new right sides, the new scuffs on the lefts, just still pushing, tight. I said, well, that's when we come back in. I measured tires. The left rear had grew, but not the left front. Left front didn't do anything. I said, well, that gets us closer on our stagger if we put that one up there. I said, so let's change. Let's swap them. Well, we swapped them, and after that was qualifying, and I went out, and then it was, and I called Chad again. We made a few more changes, a few more adjustments on there. But then it was loose as I get out on exit. So I'm thinking that tire that me and Connor talked about looked like it had some heat in it, a whole lot of heat in it. I think that tire was just shot. I think it just had no grip in it, no matter what you did. And I think it hurt us all day long. I mean, bad too. Bad. It just is what it is. But now, next time we go back to Florence, our right sides that were new this week, we will put those on the left side, and we'll get 2 new tires. But so anyway, we got out there in the race, started towards the back, and we had made some adjustments on the car and actually started moving forward. We worked all day on the car. They didn't felt like crap out there all day, but we worked all day on the car. It was actually hot, and just muggy, out there all day. And he was already sick, and and on top of that, for whatever reason, I think our air conditioner Freon must have we did something to it, and it must have leaked out. So the air conditioner wasn't even working on the trailer. So I got our good friends at Elite Heating and Cooling coming to check it out this week.
Yeah.
But trying to get us all hooked up there. So anyway, got out there in the race. We were moving forward. Past, I don't know how many cars we passed. Probably 4 or 5 cars, maybe.
Around 4 or 5.
Yeah. So we were moving up. Had run not even quite half the race. It was a 40-lap race. They did stretch it out to 40 laps. We hadn't run. We were on what? I think I asked you, and you told me we were on lap 16. I think it was
16 to go.
Yeah, or 16 to go. So we just run just over halfway. Okay, I didn't realize we'd run that far. We run just over halfway, and we had a caution. Somebody spun out. Well, we're going around there. I was like, all right, well, we'll see if we can pick off a few more. Had somebody out there the whole first part of the race. We're running for, what, 16th or so?
Mm-hmm.
And he's blocking me. I'm like, are you serious right now? And and I was, as one of them is like, I think about putting a bumper to him, and I'm like, the money difference is zero. I mean, it's not going to make it. But why are you blocking for this far back?
Right.
I mean, it makes no sense. But anyway, so we go to get started, and I'm that deep in the field. So normally we shift from third to fourth on a restart. I kind of laid back just a little bit and just got my speed up, and I went to just go ahead and shift to fourth. That way I didn't get caught up in nothing if people checked up or anything in the middle of shifting or anything like that, because that can kind of mess you up if people check up and all that junk. But anyway, I went to do it, and when I did, the shifter just fell to the floor. All the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Fortunately, it landed in neutral, and I was just going into 3 when this happened.
Oh, goodness.
So it landed in neutral, but the shifter was just flopping wherever. It wouldn't grab anything or catch anything. So I coasted just in the pits. Somehow, we don't know if it broke or come out, but anyway, the bolt come out. Landon said, this is the bolt right here. It's a pretty good one there. Bolt come out the transmission.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, that looked a little more like the whole transmission there. But the bolt come out the shifter somehow. I don't know, and it was one that actually holds oil behind it there, and it was spraying. I was getting looser and looser, and I figured out why, because it was spraying oil all over the right side tires and everything.
Dang. Man,
so
I hate that.
So it was one of those days.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Just one of them days at the track. So I think next time we'll kind of know a little more what we got with going back with those tires on the left side. They should be pretty good tires. They only got, I don't know. Yeah. They may make me run some laps to get some, get some more laps on my tires. They may. But anyway, it just is what it is. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. But we'll be heading to Dillon Motor Speedway this weekend, but we're going to pull the transmission out of it. Fortunately, we got another transmission. Which transmission didn't hurt. It's just, like I said, bolt come out or broke or something. I don't know what happened to it, but it gone. But anyway, we're going to pull that transmission out, put the other transmission in it, because I will say, just as any other thing does, right tail shaft where the seal is, it had a little drip that come out of it a few times. So we're going to reseal all that up, put new seals and stuff in it. But since we got another one, we'll throw the other one in it and get that one ready, and all that fun jazz. So,
well, man, I hate that. I do, but like you say, it's gonna be bugs. There sure was bugs for you in Leslie's car when you first went the first few weeks, and get those bugs worked out now, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, it was. It's just, I don't know. It was just one of them things at the track. It's just like, this happened, this wasn't working right, this wasn't working right. And it's just like, man, I'm ready to go home.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, but I will say, I'm gonna give it to Florence Motor Speedway there. We were there pretty early. I think we got there about 8:20, 8:30 is when we got there. Gates opened at 8. Went and started with the tires, had drivers meeting, all that fun stuff. Normal stuff. We were out of there. We were the last race. And we were out of there. I think it was about 7:30. We were gone.
Oh, that's nice.
About 7:30. Race was done before that, but I went to the payout. And I will say, even for finishing all the way in the back where I did, we got paid out more than I've ever been paid out there. So, what we talked about last week with the hoping the purse would, increase with the tire cost increasing, it did. So I can't really complain about that at all. So, want to
good.
I give credit where credit is due. We talked about it last week, so want to follow up with it, not just leave it there. They did increase the purse enough that I'm not gonna say covered all of it, but it if we'd have finished better, it'd have covered a whole lot more of it.
Right.
So, but I appreciate what they did and how they handled it. So we'll be back for show.
Good. How about Connor? How did he run?
Connor had that's what I was about to go to. Is Connor had a bad week also. Connor ran okay. It ran pretty good in practice. I think he was like 7th fastest or so in practice, and it was tight field. It was tight. And when I ended up coming off the track and we were jacking the car up trying to figure out what all was going on, about the time I looked and I see somebody spinning. It wasn't Connor, but all of a sudden I see Connor coming around way around the outside, almost in the dirt around him out there, and he rode around about a lap or so by the time he pulls in. And I was getting stuff done. I went to go down there and talk to him because we tried to park beside each other. It was so packed on Friday that we couldn't even park beside each other. Yeah, they had really good car count. But anyway, I called him as we were leaving. I said, man, what went on with yours? He said, man, it was just getting tighter and tighter and tighter as the race went on. He said, and then by the time it started overheating, started getting pretty hot. So he decided to bring it on in. I said, well, I do not blame you there. So we had rough weeks at the track.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it is what it is. It's one of them weeks. We'll move on to, like I said, we'll move on to Dillon this weekend, and we'll try it again.
That's all you can do.
So anyway, going on from the weekend there, we did all that on Saturday. Sunday morning, got up and went to church. I was gonna say, this is completely way off anybody's topic. Anybody might not even know Sterling knows about it, but I got a new guitar pedal, actually, multi-effect pedal. I got a Boss ME80, I think is what it's called. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. Played it Sunday morning. Sounded good. Had some cool tones and I liked. So it was easy to play with too. So I was
cool.
I like my multi-effect pedals every once in a while at church.
Yeah, for sure.
If anybody wants to listen to any of it, just go to Lebanon Church here in Florence on their Facebook page, and you watch a replay of it. You can hear me play guitar.
Exactly.
if that's something you want to listen to, but whatever, But
exactly.
But anyway, so had a good day at church. But I will say, Kayla is now kind of helping with the she's kind of over, I guess you say, isn't she? The children's music at church. So she's kind of directing all that along with Jeannie there. Jeannie's helping her out, and Jeannie's the children's director. But anyway, the kids that she had, you remember what grade it was? Third through sixth.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, 3rd through 6th. They did really good. You could really hear them singing. You know how kids are sometimes. They don't really want to sing out. But no, they did good this week. Did good. So, and then we went to Kayla's parents' house, ate some chicken bog, and sat around all day.
Yep.
Talked about 2024 vacation, and that come up already. I guess when they try to they do a family vacation every other year, and then when you got how many people in it? 12, 13 people.
Yeah, I think 13.
Yeah, when you got 13 people in it, you gotta start planning early.
Yeah, you sure do.
So, anyway, but then back to work today. Back to work.
Back to school. Terrible.
Back to school. Back to school.
You know, if it wasn't for friends at school, I might not go.
Yeah.
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 I don't think that's going to fly, dude.
Whatever you say. So, anyway. So, cool. Well, while we're right here at it, want to always thank our good friends over at SRI Performance. I actually got parts in from them a couple times in the past couple weeks. I've ordered some quick change gears. I also texted our buddy Blake up there the other day about asked me if they had any sway bars, and they did have the size I was looking for. Some of the size I was looking for, used, which is what I wanted. I wanted some used stuff, good used stuff. It's probably come off a cup car, and so they shipped me out sway bar last week. Got it in a day. Ordered it one day, had it the next day. So you cannot beat service like that. When I needed it, it was here. So y'all head over to sriperformance.com. Check out whatever you need there. All your new parts especially are all online there. Go get everything you need up, whether it be like me, quick change gears or whatever else you might need. Who knows? I mean, there's everything from soup to nuts, as they always say. They got all of it, all the things that you will need for a race car. So y'all head over to www.sriperformance. Get that cart loaded up. And while you're there, put in that promo code CBONE10. A C is in
Chicken.
BONE10. Get yourself 10% off at time of checkout, because everybody loves 10% off. Also, same deal, guys, over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Y'all head over there and get all prettied back up, get all structurally sound. For whatever you need, guys. If you rebuilding roll cages, that come out of Kyle Larson's car or whatever else, you head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. They got you covered for all the material that you would need for all your fab jobs. And I don't even care if it's something outside of a race car. Obviously, they got it for everything. So y'all go check them out.
You good there? There it goes.
I thought I had to sneeze, and I did.
There it is. You got it.
All right. But also, guys, while you're hitting up the good old interweb there, go over to Profab Headers and Exhaust. Check them out. Check out all the good-looking stuff they got there. And talk to our buddy Andy over there, Andrew Garris. He can hook you up. I don't care what you got. I don't care if you got dirt car, asphalt car, late model, street stock. I don't care what it is. They have headers to fit your car, regardless what kind of engine package you got in there. They probably, most likely, 99% sure they got something to fit it. They also do some custom work every once in a while, so they definitely can make it fit it. So y'all head over to Profab Headers and Exhaust and get hooked up with them today. And there's nothing better to put it on than some of those Earl Ramey racing engines. Two of them, I'm not even going to say this, 2 Earl Ramey racing engines picked up wins this weekend just at Florence Motor Speedway. Street stock and a vintage class. And
Sweet.
I think Earl put winners on there from this past week. I think he had, I want to say it's about 6-7 different winners from this week. You can't beat that. And this is all just south of North Carolina pretty much that was on there this weekend. So y'all head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Call Earl up. Tell him we sent you. And get hooked up with some of that horsepower he's got today. Get some time on that chassis dyno. I think I'm going to be taking his car to him, or a motor to him here real soon, to get freshened up by him and make some good power out of it. So y'all head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. get hooked up with him today. But cool. Well, had some racing going on this weekend. Some just got finished here, a couple hours ago too.
Yeah.
Ryan Truex pulled out a win, his first win in the Xfinity Series on Saturday at Dover. Pretty impressive too, because he led, I think it was 100, and I forgot what the number was, but it was the majority race, led the most laps, won the race. Just a dominating performance by Ryan Truex.
Yeah.
He's been a name I've always kind of wondered. He's shown some good times, but he's never been in great equipment. I think he finally got it. He got like 6 races this year and some Joe Gibbs racing and some Toyota stuff. Good rides. And I think that really he's showcasing some talent now.
Yeah, for sure. I've always wanted to see him get a good shot and a good ride. And, I mean, let's face it. I mean, in Xfinity cars, for sure, anybody can get in a Joe Gibbs car and should, rightfully so, run up front. But I think he's got a good talent. I really do. I like him, and he seems like just a cool, laid back dude too. So he ain't so much like his brother no more. His brother used to be, but so anyway.
Yeah, he we were talking about that today. We were my mom was talking about, because I come over here right after work, and they were like, I like Truex, talking about Martin, and I was like, I like him too. I said, but for whatever reason, I liked him more before he won a championship. Seemed like after he won a championship, I don't know, still seemed like a nice guy, but just listen to it. They were, we'll get into that, but yeah, like we're talking about Ryan real quick. Great to see him get a win. I love seeing new guys get wins. So that was really cool. So moving on to the Cup race. They pushed it back from Sunday to Monday. Started today at 12 o'clock. I really thought to start the race, I was having to actually take some tests at work today. So they're on a computer, and you got to watch all these videos and take a test. And it was simple stuff. So a lot of videos going on. I had my phone sitting there watching the race. So I thought Kyle Busch was going to have the car to beat that first little run there before the competition yellow. He was flying right off the bat. Now, granted, green track, no rubber, whatever, but he was fast. This tells you how close these cars are now. That was, I think, competition yellow was on lap, 25 or something like that? Somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact number. He gets caught speeding on pit road. Gets back out there. Starts tail of the field. You started dead last then, because nobody going to lap down. Nothing. He started dead last. And as soon as they went back green pretty much, he gets caught up in a little... it got a little fender bender, I guess we'll say. Didn't hurt him too much. They put a piece of tape on it, and he got back going, and actually at one point in time drove to 15th. Drove all the way up to 15th before stage 1 ended. I guess their thought was, let's get some track position. Because he had been out on those tires like 40-some laps already. Man, with the track as green as it was that early in the race, I was like, that's never going to work.
Right.
Or this was going towards the end of stage 1. I was like, I don't think this is going to work. Like I said, he was 15th. And he restarted on the pole, because he was the only one, or restarted first, because he was the only one did not take tires at all. Didn't pit. Man, he fell like a rock. I mean, big time. And in about, I don't know, 30 laps, well before it. No, it was about 35 laps. 35 laps. He got lapped.
Wow.
And then he was first car lap down, was gonna try to stay there, and got passed by his teammate Austin Dillon for the lucky dog, so he couldn't get the lucky dog. As day just got worse and worse. I mean, after having one of the fastest cars out there, was on pole originally, and just dropped like a rock. So, but it was like once he got back there, and I'm not necessarily gonna say it was like Martinsville or anything. They couldn't pass because they could pass today. It seemed like they seemed like they could get some runs, pass. Tire wear was definitely there. But the tires were weird. It wasn't like they were just wearing out. They were cording. I mean, they were coming off in strings. Joey Logano ended up catching the car on fire and everything, spun out, wrecked it. And there were literally strings of the tire. They were showing on his rear bumper camera, just hanging off the back of the car. Just strings of rubber. So I don't know. It was something else for sure. But anyway, so Martin Truex Jr. took home the win, and I am pulling up right here the full results to get our picks there. Let's see here.
Well, I know I didn't finish last.
You did not finish last. You did not finish last. Let's see. I had William Byron, who was also running up front for a long time. And he ended up finishing fourth. I want to say, let's see. You had Chase Elliott. Chase finished 11th. Connor had Alex Bowman. Yeah. Again, Connor.
Sorry.
Again, Connor. Happened again. The only person I know to pick a driver 2 times. And the driver ended up not being in the race. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. So, anyway. So, I took home another win. We go ahead and put my point down here. That is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th win of the year. You came home second, so that will be 1, 2. And Connor with 1 point there. It is now yours truly in the lead with a even 20 points. Let's see. No, I'm sorry, 25 points. I'm sorry. I'm in the lead with 25 points. You are in second with 22 points, and Connor has 19 points.
Ooh, okay.
So still pretty close.
He got 2 races. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean he's 2 races behind now because
if I was in on this, I'd be beating all y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby.
So also Ross Chastain kind of in there a little bit. Ross Chastain was flying at the end, moving pretty good. Real quick, he early in the race he got into the back of Brennan Poole. While Brennan Poole and Austin Dillon were racing, Ross goes down in the corner and just pile drives Brennan Poole, spins him out. Brennan comes back up the track and just collects Kyle Larson. Well, Kyle was not happy about this, and I don't really blame him. I mean, it's kind of a every week thing. I mean, I'm on the Ross Chastain bandwagon, I guess. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but I like him. But man, you just can't run over the back of somebody every week, and right. This was his fault. He even took 100% credit for it. I mean, this was his fault. He just run into the guy. And he apologized over the radio. He apologized after the race when they talked to him. But he ended up finishing second. But when he tried to pass Kyle Larson there at the end, Kyle blocked him for a few laps. And I mean, I understand it. I understand. He got blocked by about 3 or 4 cars on the last couple of laps. There were lap cars. So, is what it is. But anyway, so Connor finishing in third this week. He got first pick, and I texted him about it. And he, speaking of the man, going to, where are we going this week? This week is...
I don't remember.
Oh, God. This week is Kansas. That's right. Kansas. Woo.
Okay.
Going to Kansas. And Connor took Ross Chastain.
Okay.
So there he goes. Now it's week. What are we on? Week 12 now. So that leaves you up here. You need it. You need it.
No, I can't see it really. Have I taken? Willie B yet?
Willie B. No, you have not.
All right, give me him.
Sterling takes William Byron in the 24 car. I have not even thought about who I'm going to take. Let's see.
You're going to win anyway, so it don't matter. You know, just close your eyes and point.
No, look, I'm running out of drivers that are winning, so... I think I might be Landon's pointing at this one. Man, I don't know. He hadn't been that good on those. But if you say it, Landon says it's gonna be his week. I'm gonna go with Landon's prediction here. Landon's telling me to take Kyle Busch.
Hey, there you go. Okay, you might be all right there.
So,
if I win this for you, I get credit.
I'll give you credit. Where credit
Sonny said that was a good pick. Sonny?
That a good one?
If the dog says it, I can't fail.
Sonny said that was a good pick. So.
Yeah.
So whatever. We'll take Kyle Busch. So recap. Connor taking Ross Chastain there for Kansas this week. Sterling takes William Byron, and myself will take Kyle Busch. So
good picks.
All right, good picks. I will throw out Josh Berry was not looking bad in the car today. He ended up getting lapped right there at the end, but they lapped all the way up like 9th or 10th, something like that.
Yeah, I think he finished 10th. Matter of fact, so yeah,
he was not looking bad in the car. So, I hear, I'm gonna put this out there. There's some rumors going around and stuff that Josh might have a cup ride next year.
Sweet.
It saying that there's going to be an announcement Memorial Day weekend at Charlotte. That's what they're saying.
Good. Man, that's awesome for him, man. I like that.
It's really awesome for him. I'm just wondering who with. I mean, let's go ahead and throw that out there. Man, if it is true, we'll get on this speculation bandwagon here. If it is true, who you think he's going with?
Man, I don't know. As far as what, I hate to see him go to a smaller team and not get the good ride that he needs. Because what other big teams are available? I mean, what would be cool to see Trackhouse have that Project 91 car come up. I think that would be a really good opportunity. We know they got speed, got plenty of money to fund another. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best option for him with that that new car, that third car with Trackhouse. Because they've got the they've got the funding, no problem. They got no problem finding sponsors. Um, I think that's going to be a good option for him. We know they got speed in that team. I think he'd be a good fit. Still Chevrolet, so it wouldn't hurt. The relationship that he's built with Chevrolet over the years. That's where I'm gonna go.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't disagree with you. I just don't know if that environment is. I know it's not what he's used to, by no means. I would think, just knowing what we know about Josh and been around him a few times at racetrack, I think he's still going to want to be involved, especially in late models. That's kind of his thing. I don't know if the location for Trackhouse will be great for him. And I'm not saying he'd be in great equipment. I think, and I don't know that I want this, but this is what I think. I think Junior has probably either found him and helped him get some sponsorship to follow him. I think Tire Pros is probably one of them. They're wanting to get into the sport more. I think Tire Pros probably one to follow him. I'm wondering if maybe moving over to Legacy Auto Club. Just because of I think the Dale Jr. Jimmy Johnson relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I mean, Dale and Justin obviously have a great relationship too. With owning the Cars Tour stuff together as they do.
Right.
So I don't know. I think there's a few options for him, but I think unless Childress brought on a third car again, but somebody's got to add something. I don't see nobody going anywhere.
No, me neither.
So, I don't know, but that's cool. I mean, it's cool to see him. We'll see what happens with him. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I want to always thank our good friends, as y'all see back here on the Legend Car, good friends at Dixie Made. All your Southern apparel guys, head over to Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina, right beside the flea market. Y'all head over to Dixie Made. I want to also, we're a few weeks behind on this, but I want to also say congratulations to the owners over there, Brandon and Rachel there at Dixie Made. Congratulations on them on a new baby girl, Amelia Ellis, born April 10th. So congratulations to them on
congratulations.
New baby. Got that new baby smell. But anyway, guys, you want to go over there. Drake, let's see, Southern Fried Cotton, just so many awesome brands that they have over there. So head over to Dixie Made and get you some today. Get you some all that good stuff. Also, guys, Rev Max Racing Apparel. You want a cool suit, you want some cool gloves, all that fun stuff. Head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel, guys. Pick yourself up a suit, full custom suit. Really good stuff. Head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel. You can't beat it. Great prices, great people. So y'all head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel. Rev Max Racing there on all your social media platforms, and check them out. Check out all the suits. You can even see my suit on there. So
great suit.
Head over there.
Jam up suit.
Check it out.
Jam up.
But anyway, well, also want to thank our friends over at MPM. Been talking with Tanya a little bit today. Tanya McAllister. We were trying to line something up today. Didn't work out, but hey, she was there to help. So that is why we love Tanya McAllister over there at MPM. Great to have her on board. And guys, if you are new in this world of racing and you want to be that guy to make it to the top, you got to do it with a great marketing group. So you head over to marketwithmpm.com. Go talk with Tanya over there today. Just knows everything that you need to know from a marketing side of racing. Gets you in front of the faces that you need to be in front of and all that fun stuff. And just so much good stuff. So much she does on social media. Handles everything for you. So much sponsor initiative she puts out there. So head over to Market with MPM. MPM Marketing, our good friend Tanya McAllister over there. So go talk with her. But anyway, well, I know Sterling got to run here, and we're going to jump off here too. So what else you got? Anything else?
That's it for me, man. We got we hope we got a good week of weather. Hope it's gonna last into the weekend for you at Dylan. I hope for sure, and I hope all the bugs is gone for this Saturday.
For sure. So yeah, we'll be all over it. Dillon Motor Speedway this coming Saturday. So y'all head on out to Dillon Motor Speedway, and we'll be there. Come have some fun out there with us. If anybody in the area, y'all come on. Landon will be up there. Mm-hmm. What's all the gang signs over here? What is that?
It's a W.
W for what?
Because it's a W podcast.
A W podcast?
Means it's a great podcast.
Oh.
I thought it was a W for a win. Maybe I didn't know.
Okay. Young people these days.
Yeah.
Our intellect's just so high you can't handle it.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, like to thank everybody. As always, guys, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, and all the others that we've said on here. So, want to shout out everybody that's helping us out on the race car this year. Also, Powell Machine and Fabrication. Sure appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hooked us up with some... and you ought to see. I need to take a picture of her cart. Sterling welded me up some stuff on a little hand truck this past weekend, or last week or week before, whatever. And I got over there and picked it up, and I got to figure out some more things I got to put on it, because what it is, I took it, since we have a small air compressor. I said, let's put it on a cart. Let's put the hose reel on the top of it. So Sterling welded me a plate so we could put the air compressor on the bottom of the cart. It worked out perfect. Put it right on the bottom of the cart. And I actually just zip tied up everything just to make sure it's where I wanted it all to begin with. So we zip tied up the air reel, worked perfect on there. I actually put a zip tie around to put my air gauge in there. I'm going to also figure out something that can hang our impact on there. All that fun stuff. So, actually worked out perfect.
Sweet. Hey, man, you're going to start selling them at the racetrack.
Exactly. We get that thing set up, and everybody want one. They're like, this is so easy. You just pull it out of the trailer and plug it up. Exactly. So, anyway, appreciate it. But anyway, also, Dixie Made, for sure, RevMax Racing, Lee's Tire and Auto, also Effingham Ironworks, and Huntley Chiropractic, being our business solutions, Elite Heating and Cooling, who else am I missing? SRI Performance,
Stock Car Steel and Aluminum.
Not a show, but yeah, for sure. But anyway, 10-4. Well, all right, everybody. Well, we sure appreciate all y'all hanging out with us this week, and hopefully everybody be all well and rested up and back next time. So I guess we'll talk to y'all next time.
Later.
Bye.